Hi everybody, Dan Illman taking a look at race number 13 on Summit of Speed Saturday at Gulfstream Park. It is the Smile Sprint and you can play it with a DRF Bets account. Sign up, get $100 in free cash. Learn more at drf.com/bet. Let's meet the sprinters getting set to go 6 furlongs for a $250,000 purse. And as you can see, the number 8 XY Jet is 4-5 on the morning line, and deservedly so. He is one of the fastest sprinters in the entire country, and he's a really cool and admirable horse. He's already earned $1.3 million in his career, and he's done it while overcoming 3 knee surgeries. He is just an absolute warrior, and I have to admit, I've been wrong. There have been times where I thought XY Jet was all done. Jorge Navarro nurses him back to health, and he comes back with giant efforts like we saw in the Sunshine Million Sprint at Gulfstream, the Pelican at Tampa Bay, and then in the Dubai Golden Shaheen, where he was beaten a dirty head by the very talented Mind Your Biscuits. I mean, he's lost 2 photos in the last 2 editions of the prestigious $2 million Dubai Golden Shaheen. XY Jet obviously is returning off a little bit of a layoff, but he looks like the main speed and is certainly the class of the race in the Smile Sprint. Let's take a look at the Timeform US Pace Projector and see if they disagree with my assessment of this pace. They don't. They've got XY Jet clearing off from his outside and making the front, and if the XY Jet that we've seen throughout his career shows up with this kind of a pace scenario, he's going to be very, very tough to beat at a short price. Not to say that there are not other talented horses in this $250,000 Smile Sprint. We've got some hot horses. The number 2 Classic Rock is in closest attendance to XY Jet on the pace projector, and this horse has won his last 3 races, all at Gulfstream Park. In fact, he's 6 for 7 lifetime at Gulfstream, and he's a very lightly raced horse that might be on the upswing. Last time out, a 94 Beyer speed figure over a wet track. The time before that, a graded stakes winner at Gulfstream Park. He's got a versatile running style. He doesn't need to be on the lead. I just wonder if chasing XY Jet is really going to lead to success. Because let's say he collars XY Jet. You got to think it's going to be a battle that could take something out of Classic Rock. And if he ends up emerging with the lead, somebody's going to be coming from the back of the pack. Classic Rock's a good horse, but I wonder if he's in a darned if you do, darned if you don't sort of pace situation. Another sharp horse that could benefit if the pace is fast is the number 1, Reason to Soar. Another horse that's won his last 3 races, and he is a perfect 4 for 4 at Gulfstream Park. And I liked his performance last time out for George Weaver in an optional claiming race. There really wasn't a lot of pace on. This horse was able to overcome it and rally and get the job done. Obviously, it's a big step up in class, but this horse's confidence just has to be sky high, and he was classy enough to earn stakes placing in the beginning of his career in 2017 as a 3-year-old. It looks like Reason to Soar is coming into his own for West Point Thoroughbreds, and I wouldn't be surprised if he cracks the board at a nice price. The 5 Mo Cash was 4th last time out, but he wasn't tough in that sprint race at Tampa Bay. Imperial Hint, the winner of that race, he just recently won the True North at Belmont on the Belmont Stakes undercard, and the 3rd finisher Delta Bluesman emerged from that race to win the Caixa Electronica at Charlestown with a 99 Beyer speed figure. Mo Cash has a barn change to consider, and when you see this formulator fact, you might want to upgrade his chances a little bit. Over the past few years, Mo Cash is trainer with older horses off a trainer switch on dirt's clicking at 32% with a big $4.37 return on investment. This horse is consistent. He was 2nd in the carryback last year at Gulfstream. He is a stakes winner in his career, and he's got ability. He just has to hope that maybe Classic Rock puts some heat on XY Jet in the early portion of this race. Mr. Jordan, the number 3, turned back successfully to win the Big Drama Stakes with a 95 Beyer speed figure, and we know on his best day, Mr. Jordan is good enough to win a race like this. He has 5 triple-digit Beyer speed figures on his resume, and it looks like trainer Eddie Please has finally figured him out that he's a 1-turn horse. Now, whether he is a 6 furlong horse might be a different story, but it was nice to see him get the win at Gulfstream, kind of getting that monkey off of his back. He was 0 for 12 at Gulfstream, was always known as sort of a Gulfstream West kind of horse, but he did get the win at Gulfstream last time out, and I think he'll be running late in the Smile Sprint. You just have to wonder if 6 furlongs is a little bit short for him. Petrov should find the 6 furlongs really to his liking. Last time out, they ran him a 1-turn mile at Churchill Downs, and it was one of those fast, early, slow, late races that worked against Petrov. 1, that distance is just a little bit too far. B, he was chasing that fast pace in a race that included Behavioral Bias, who came back to finish 2nd with a 95 Beyer, and Dazzling Gem, who came back to be stakes placed placed with a 91 buyer. Overmatched at the wrong distance. Throw that race out. His prior efforts are good, but we really need to kind of go back to the summer and fall of 97 to find a representative performance, but at least he's back at the right distance. Splash Rules, the number 6, looks like he's in a bit tough. He was no match for Reason to Soar last time out, and while he was battling on the lead, I didn't really think those fractions were very fast. Yes, he was coming off a 7-month layoff, and he might have needed the race. He's done some good work at Gulfstream Park in the past. He has tactical speed, but I'm not sure he's faced the kind of speed that XY Jet is capable of showing. Sweet on the Ladies, the 7, is a horse that usually lingers near the back of the pack. He makes one run and occasionally outruns his odds. Look at his race 4 starts back. He was 95 to 1 in the Gulfstream Sprint. He was last early, he came with a run, and he finished second to Classic Rock. In his prior effort, he was 41 to 1, and he finished third behind XY Jet and Mo Cash. He usually takes advantage of these fast-paced races where he sits back, makes one run, and passes tired horses. At 30 to 1 on the morning line, you can do worse underneath a horse like XY Jet than a closer like Sweet on the Ladies. We take a look at my top pick for the Smile Sprint, and I hate to chalk out on you, but if XY Jet shows up with his best performance, he's just supposed to wire this field, isn't he? I'm going to go 8-3, 1 and 2 in the Grade 3 Smile Sprint. Maybe we can get Mr. Jordan or Reason to Soar underneath and try to turn this odds-on favorite to a little bit more value. You can bet the Smile Sprint with your new DRF Bets account. Sign up, grab $100 in free cash. Learn more at drf.com/bet. Approximate post time for XY Jet's race, the Grade 3 Smile Sprint on Saturday, 6:02 Eastern. Good luck.